What's up? How's everybody doing today? Doing well, I hope. I just need to set up 60 seconds real quick. So, even over here, I think it launched into full screen. Alright, come on. The graphics. Full screen, turn that off. Fly. There we go. This is not the music I expected for this game, but alright. There we go. Now we got games. And don't mind that, don't worry about it. Let's just real quick look through the options here. Mouse 0. Graphics. Explosive. Gamma radiation. Alright. I don't know what that is. But alright. Let's just go ahead and jump into this. Just see what it throws at us. Classic or challenge? We're going classic. It was a lovely radioactive day. Like the type of atomic adventure. Atomic drill? I guess that's tutorial? Learn all about how to scavenge and survive in the event of a nuclear apocalypse. This tutorial is 100% approved by the establishment. This music is loud. Put on a gas mask and keep enjoying life? Okay. That went by really quick. Barely had time to read that. Welcome to your atomic scavenge drill. Pay attention, you just might make it. Oh, he moves really weirdly. Hold the grab control to skip my words, but every time you do, the reg will drop an extra nuke. No time to waste, get moving and head to the marked point in front of you. There just might be hope for you yet. Just keep those legs moving. The fuck? Bunker living room? Okay. Not bad, but you better be in good shape. There's more where that came from. Fun time's over. It's just a matter of life and death now. Find your Timmy ASAP. I want to guess... Nope, he's not in here. There he is. Good thing you know the layout of your house. I bet you the Reds know it too. Why would they know the layout of my house? Grab Timmy, he will be the first to visit your cozy shelter. Alright, Timmy, I'm gonna pick you up whole. Consider taking the other family members too. I'll leave the exact priorities to you. Timmy is safe, but you need to find food to keep the shelter stocked. Soup, an excellent choice. This can sustain a family of 4 for a day. Every American needs an atomic shelter, also needs a supply of water. Hunt for some bottles. I think I saw one in here. Nope, I'm stupid. I can't really look up or down, so... That's enough water for now, but you've got yourself a problem, Buster. You can only carry so much and every item weighs 1 slot. Unless it's a family member. You need to drop whatever you're carrying at the hatch before you can pick up more. Okay. Bingo, you've got yourself a small stockpile of food, water, and even little Timmy. I'm really glad that the military came over specifically to teach me about it. No one knows how long you'll be staying down there, so you need a radio. Can't go outside. There's some first aid. Where's the radio? What does the radio look like? Oh, right there. Can't find your radio? Check the living room. I said nothing more useful than news from the radioactive outside world. Sometimes you get a few extra seconds before the siren sounds to scout your surroundings, but after it goes off, you need to start packing. Our incredibly advanced warning system gives you 60 seconds to scavenge what you need and get yourself to safety. Let's give it a try. 60 seconds, incredibly advanced. Collect at least 5 more items and family members in the next 60 seconds. And make sure you find yourself close to the shelter when the time is up. No! You got enough supplies, collect some more if you want. Remember to get close to the shelter. Out of my way, lamp! Whoa! I got a lock! Ew! Come on, go, 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 go. I'm here! Now you know what you need to survive, but your training is far from over. I'll see you downstairs for survival training. At ease, soldier! I feel like this guy should have a mustache. Just look at him. Restored for up to 737 years. Will it be edible in a quarter of that time? I don't think so. Day 1. Made it to the shelter. Congratulations, but the drill is not over yet. You'll end up here with whatever and whoever you brought out with you. Nothing else. You'll need to make the most of it. The next few days will teach you how to survive down here while the world outside burns. Explore and interact with your surroundings. You can always find out useful things about your shelter and its inhabitants when your survival journal is not opened yet or hidden. First things first, we must ration food and water. If you don't wine and dine yourself and the folks you brought with you, you can bet your bottom dollar none of you will ever see the light of day again. As long as you have food and water available, ration it out to give it to a servant. Ration it out to a given person by selecting the picture of a can or a bottle under their portrait, or instantly ration out both by clicking on the character's image. Of course, you might save your supplies for later, but a normal person can only survive 4 days without water. As to food, the longer you deny your peaceful rations, the weaker they will get and might eventually get sick. Even if you manage to cure them, it will take you quite a few cans and a lot of time to replenish their strength. Okay. Since this is your first day down here, you'll need to get used to your surroundings. Believe me, ventilation hum can drive anyone nuts if you don't occupy yourself with something to do. Get some decent rest and we'll carry on tomorrow. Nighty-night. Boy Scout Handbook. That's what I grabbed, okay. There's the lock and key. I'm not sure exactly how useful that is. And I guess the bottles are made of glass, you see that? Why do we have glass bottles? Unless Timmy over here just ate through that. Look at that face. Look at him. I can see him eating through a plastic bottle. Good morning, survivalist. Hope you slept well. Bed's comfy enough? No? We'll better get used to it since you'll be staying here for a while. We'll start today's activities with rationing since you need to do it every day, but after that we'll move on to something else. Got your attention? Good. Now listen, there's a risk you will run out of supplies eventually. Everything can be useful, but food and water are critical to your survival. If they're gone, you will be gone sooner than you can say corn dog. Corn dog. So, sometimes you will need to send people to the surface to bring in more supplies. You do this by preparing an expedition to the day before it actually departs. Be careful though, tired survivors can never be a part of an expedition. Today we will skip preparations and jump directly into sending someone brave outside. Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Nothing new to report on Timmy. If there's anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. We don't have a lot of water left. I think you ate through the bottle, Timmy. Sending people out into the wasteland is no walk in the park. Do it too early or without a gas mask, then you can bet it's a suicide mission for them. Send healthy and well-fed people. Sick, hurt, or crazed people are more likely to perish out there. You can send one person at a time. Let's give it a try. This time you will need to send someone out, but if you ever want to skip a trip to the surface, don't select anyone. Good old Ted. Have fun, Ted. Be a family man. Those chairs are awful. Look at those. There's no back. That is not going to circulate anything. That is moving so slowly. Oh, that's reassuring. This is a drill, so your explorer will come back after a little while, but in the event of a real apocalypse, they might be gone for a couple of days. In the meantime, you'll be faced with other problems that will test you to your limits. I'm talking about making decisions that can break even the best of men's morale spine. We'll see what clay you're made of. But first, ration your food and water. We don't want anyone starving now, do we? Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Dolores is quite calm, given the situation. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Okay. I'm an army man, so I don't know a second thing about imagination, but you could probably use yours now. Picture this scenario. You come across your kid's hamster, who in some bizarre way found its way to the shelter. The kids are obviously going to love it, and so will you. There's nothing better than food that comes to you on its own. Now it's up to you. Do you cook him? Sure, why not? Good choice. Everyone had a bite, and fresh meat will not be as easy to come by in the days ahead. Best to take any chance you can get to eat. Believe me, you will find yourself and your family in much more dire circumstances than this. And there won't be a hamster around to save your ass. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. Uh-huh. Basically out of water here. You might be faced with decisions that require you to use your equipment. However, sometimes you might find that you don't have the one item that was supposed to save the day, so make sure you scavenge the right supplies before the blast. Keep in mind, every item can be used for something. What do you want to do today? Clean a rifle? Listen to the radio? Maybe play Shadow Bunnies using your flashlight. Go to the radio. Hey, Ted's back, and he's got one hell of a pink nose right there. But he brought back some playing cards, it looks like. And a first aid kit. Nice. Nicely done, Ted. Probably gonna use the first aid kit on you right now. Look at you. Your arm's all fucked up. The radio is critical to establishing communication with the U.S. Army, as well as for listening out for any trouble that might be headed your way. If you get lucky, maybe you'll catch some music too. Good news, everyone! Good news, everyone! The expedition is back. Sometimes they'll return with extra supplies, sometimes they won't. Other times they'll come back with a nasty injury or even radiation sickness. Believe me, you don't want to get those. I hear glowing in the dark isn't as fun as it sounds. This time your explorer was hurt, but they will recover after the proper use of first aid kit. You can use one during rationing. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. During our expedition, we stumbled upon the ruins of a familiar building, our local bank. Although a place like that might not be the ideal source of useful supplies, we decided to go in anyway. You never know what you might find, except for bags of cash, obviously. We found a shopping bag on the floor next to the counters. It contained a couple of rotten bananas, a hand cream, a pair of bunny slippers, and some bottled water. Tempting as all of these treasures may have been, we limited ourselves to taking the water. What? You don't think the bunny slippers are important? You gotta take the bunny slippers, man. They're essential. This is how they guarded the place. Unacceptable. In the guard room, we found skeletons of 2 individuals who seemed to have been playing cards when the bombs hit. Good thing we kept all of our money in a really safe place. That is a special cookie jar in the kitchen. Those guards didn't provide much security here, but their cards will contribute to a high-quality shelter entertainment. Thanks. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Timmy is good. Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted became infected with something. Ted was hurt. Ted is really tired. You need at least one alive adult to keep going. If you send your only survivor to the surface, you won't know what's happening in your bunker until they come back. When they do, your shelter might already belong to someone else. A decent padlock may protect it, but not for long. This was a busy day. Take your time and get some sleep. If you made it this far, you're doing great and have a chance at getting out of this foxhole. Hopefully soon, but don't quote me on that. Okay. Day 6. We're almost a week through. All thumbs. Achievement unlocked. Okay. Well, Ted's looking a little better. Not bleeding anymore. No pink nose. We've only just someone outside, but let's give it another go today, shall we? The first time you only have to pick one one brave volunteer to save the day. This time you also get a chance to equip your explorer with some useful gear. Feed your troops and I'll see you at the shelter entrance. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We'll hope it'll stay this way. Ted is hungry. Ted has recovered from his sickness. Ted's injuries are all fixed. I'm gonna send out Dolores. Ted's hungry, right? I saw the, Anything can be useful outside, and some items even improve scavengers' chances of survival. Notice you have a suitcase. That's handy. With a suitcase, your explorer can carry more. Go ahead, pick something. Oh, cool. That's how that works. I was gonna say, like, I only have one item slot, so what do you mean? Got the flashlight. Day 7. Made it through a week at least. Hey, Brahmin! Nice. I like that. Nice. A little bit of fallout here and there. Fly out of here. Can I swat them with this? This hand? Morning, people! You're probably asking yourself one simple question. What's the point of sitting in this atomic shelter? Why don't I just leave? Well, leaving is a death sentence. If the radioactive sickness doesn't kill you, then the giant scorpions will. Okay. You can trust me on that. Your one chance is our boys arriving to rescue you. So every good citizen needs to do one thing. Seek contact with the U.S. military and await a rescue. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. How about getting Timmy something to drink? He's not looking well. Looks fine to me. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted's hungry, but these two are thirsty. No, no, no. The rescue ain't coming today, but we'll need you to get you. We'll come get you eventually. You need to keep your radio operational and be ready to venture out into the wastes. However, you must also be careful. It might not be our only It might not be our. It might not be only our soldiers out there. There could be bandits or worse, commies. Just imagine what will happen if the Reds discover you. Secretly out. So let's agree to the rules for this drill. You only open this door if someone knocks 2 times. Am I clear? 2 knocks. Not looking good, Ted. Hey, she's back already. And she got some first aid. Nice. Let's see. Ooh, fire axe. Boy Scout handbook. Got some more water. Doesn't look like she grabbed any food, though. That's what we need right now. We gotta start getting weaker. I think. It's first time playing the game, so I can only assume. You'll need to remember that some days will be very intense. A lot of things will happen that you'll need to be prepared for. That's why any day gives you a break is a blessing, and you need to make sure you make the most of it. Eat, drink, and relax while thinking about all those commie bastards who don't have comfy bunkers like you. The thought that always gets me through the day. We're glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. And you brought back everything. Nice. You found our way to a nearby hospital, which despite heavy structural damage is still standing. The site wasn't pretty, though. What used to be inside the hospital is now all over the place. Oof! Whatever survived the blast wave, apparently. Anyway. The canteen had a respectable supply of tomato soup. It looked like this was the only thing they fed their patients. Now we're 100% sure that it's healthy. There are plenty of bottles of liquid in one of the wards. Peroxide or not, water is water and beggars can't be choosers. It wasn't hard to find a fully equipped first aid kit. After all, it's a hospital. One of the dead patients had an axe sticking out of his back. Okay. According to his chart, he was feeling perfectly fine before the atomic blast. We decided he probably no longer needs that axe. It's impressive how well Mary Jane has handled the situation. Mary Jane's fine, Timmy is good, Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Where is water when Ted needs it? Alright, Ted, here you go. I'm gonna go send out Ted next. Brought food. We got water to spare, at least by comparison. As long as you keep your shelter stocked and remain cautious, you should be okay. However, every choice you make may come back to bite you on the ass, even after a few days or weeks. Consider your options carefully. This is a drill, but if the nukes start dropping, it'll be a totally different story. I don't know, it doesn't look like a drill to me. Come on, you still got water in there. I see that little bit of blue there. You still got water here, too. Just gonna let it sit on the floor, it's gonna get stagnant. If I were you, I'd check the door. Our extraction team might be coming for you any day now. Be careful, this is a post-apocalyptic scenario, and you never know what's coming. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble, nothing new. No trouble, nothing new. That's a fun phrase. No trouble, nothing new. I'm curious. Does it just randomly pick? Seems like it's picking the same two every time. Okay. Whatever. Someone's at the door. You can hear several knocks. If you listen closer, you can make out sequences of 3 knocks. Do you open the door? You said 2 knocks, right? 2 knocks. Day 10. Oh, I can see the names of everything. An axe can be both a multi-purpose tool and a weapon. Watch your fingers. Oh, that's just a scout handbook. Okay, Mary Jane, Kimmy, checkers, cards, rifle, Dolores, Ted, Mary Jane, Timmy. First aid, padlock. Okay. Good call. That wasn't a knock you were waiting for. Caution at all times. Remember that. Be cautious, apply yourself, and maybe you and your family will be just fine. Or at least most of you. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? That would be a big coffin. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Dolores is doing quite well. Or she can't find anything to complain about today. There's nothing new going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. Aha. As you were counting imaginary sheep in your head, another series of knocks broke your concentration. Someone is really hammering on your door and probably not taking no for an answer. 2 knocks, 2 knocks. The pattern keeps repeating. Do you open the door? 2 knocks, 2 knocks. The end. Well, we're not dead. Atomic drill. Achievement unlocked. Good job. You're safe and sound with our brave soldiers. Now we can all have some apple pie. You deserve it. You can now go back to your lovely house and continue your idyllic lives. If any atomic trouble comes your way, you know what to do and how to save yourself. I do hope it never comes to this, but if it does, good luck. See you when all of this blows over. When all of it blows over. Like maybe through an atomic blast. We spent 11 days in our shelter. Day 5 bank heist. Day 8 ER visited. Day 11 successfully passed the drill. Okay. Not bad. Even you can go to space. That's fun. The pizza on the roof. I've been rewatching Breaking Bad. It's like perfect timing. Just checking the audio level there. Ooh. Hindenburg? Blimp? RBT 60 seconds. That's funny though. The pizza on the roof. I like that. Nice reference. Classic. Scavenge survival. The full atomic experience. Scavenge around your house for supplies and then survive the post-apocalypse in your fallout shelter. Batman, normal. Exploration time 10 seconds. Health issues, common. Scavenge time 60 seconds. Fragile equipment, average. Stocked shelter, some junk. Unwanted visitors, some. Packed suitcase, work briefcase. Trouble, often. Okay, so I can pick between him and her. Zarbama. Health issues, call 911. Okay. Little boy, easy. Easy! 20 seconds, health issues rare. Stock shelter, prepper style. Holiday luggage. Alright, we'll just start with normal. See how that goes on. Fire! 10 seconds. There's the first aid, there's Dolores. Or no, not Dolores, Mary Jane. That's ammo. Gun. Come on, grab that. Don't worry, Mary Jane, I'll get you. Let's try and get that suitcase. Whoops. Duck and cover. Okay, so you get no grace period whatsoever. Understood. And I'm dropping frames. That's fun. The end. Oh. What? It can't be the end already. We still got Dolores here. Why am I dropping frames? It's a simple game. So it's not the game, I don't think. You perished. Okay, I thought I would have a little bit more of a grace period there. But no, that's strict. Okay. Understood. Let's try that again. I thought I'd be able to keep going, even with Dolores being in the shelter at least, because she's an adult, but I guess not. Okay. Move! I'm a man on a mission. I should have waited to grab her. Get that radio. Get that gun. I got time. No, I don't. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh! Home sweet home. Whew. Bad smell, toxic fog, just put on a gas mask and keep enjoying life. Family Guy. Achievement unlocked, gotta get them all. Achievement unlocked, Family Guy. Family Guy. Family Guy funny moments. Alright, so we got a map. We got some decent water and food here. Gas mask, medical. I think I did pretty well. All of us made it into a shelter just a second before the blast. Not even before the second of the blast, really. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We vaguely remember stashing some things in the shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. Turns out being messy can really work in your favor. Nice. Someone drew Dolores in the survival handbook. Whatever it is. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from the cans, we'll sleep on cans, and we'll even talk to the cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. Timmy's probably the one that's already talking to the cans. This is the best stock shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Alright. We keep dreaming about those little things as we did back in the day when there weren't as many bombs falling down. Not in our heads, anyway. Just lying on the ground there? Those supposed to be birds? The sun's only pointing in one direction. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for the harsh reality that awaits us. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Ted said there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe, unless you don't mind getting sick. Ted is happy to risk his life in the waste. We can send Dolores out for an expedition. Mary Jane is feeling excellent. Timmy is in good health and full of optimism. Alright. What's that sound? A galloping horse? We rushed to the door and we were greeted by two men dressed like they came from a medieval fair. We identified the source of the sound. One of them was holding two rocks and hitting them against each other constantly, while the other was skipping and pretending to be a rider. They said they're looking for some antique cup, but they got lost and we would be most grateful if they let them check our map, provided we have one. This sounds like a terrible idea, but alright, Monty Python. Have your map. We didn't actually lose our map, though. They seemed friendly enough, so we let them have a look at their map. They thanked us and offered us some supplies in exchange. We graciously accepted and wished them luck on their quest. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary today and today. Timmy seems okay, as much as he can be in the current situation. Dolores is fine. Ted is fine. Some of us are keener to go outside than others. Either way, it's time to choose the most able and responsible person for the guests. Or the quest to gather more supplies. So let's give Ted. I don't think we got the suitcase. Take the gas mask. Jane isn't worried, at least she's not saying so out loud. Timmy might not look it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. He's been fine for Dolores. Ted left for the surface. Should probably... Not easy to be calm in these circumstances. Hopefully we'll keep our peace or else. We might need to act like wolves, survival of the fittest and all. Day 5, Prepper, okay. Achievement. We've been trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in is far from normal and might never get used to it. We hope the help comes soon. If there's anything bothering Mary Jane, Timmy seemed okay as much as he can be. Water is all Dolores wants. Alright, Dolores, here you go. We're just gonna hold off. I'm curious what happens. The way I play these games, I try to figure out what each option does. Dolores is gonna be thirsty. Ed, come back with some water, man. We asked them for their doctor licenses, but all of them claimed there was enough for them and another pair of trousers. We didn't dare ask if it was just one pair. We gave them a water bottle and wished them a good journey and better luck with the trousers. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. Timmy is good. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. I think I goofed. It's hard to keep track of time down here. We can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. These terrible light bulbs are not helping. Too bad we can't replace them. There has to be something else we can do about this. Last thing we need is to be tired right now. Especially with Dolores. Come on, Ted, where are you? including a pack of sleeping pills. We never thought we would use them, but in these conditions, it's the right thing to do. Also, it was a nice change for our usual diet of tomato soup. I don't think we're supposed to down the whole thing. We're all rested now and can enjoy our time in the shelter, or can we? Uh-oh. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink, fast. Some water for Timmy would be nice. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Timmy, be the man. Yes, absolutely use the radio. Come on, Ted, come back. Oh! Mary Jane's face is how I feel right now. I didn't know death caused you to instantly decompose. You get a little thirsty and all of a sudden your bones. If we had only a few drops of water, we could have avoided what happened. Dolores died of dehydration last night. I think she did more than die. Hey, what the fuck? Sorry about that. There's like a bug on my keyboard. Dolores died of dehydration last night. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into our governor's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news! The fallout outside is mostly gone. Should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink, fast. Jimmy is in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Ted, where are you? I always wanted to throw a party with a huge cake. For some reason, it never worked. One time we were promised a great cake, and it turned out it was a lie. That was a disappointment. We weren't glad. We're definitely getting a cake when the radioactive clouds are gone. Your tail light's out. Where'd Jane go? When Mary found out she was not getting a single drop of water, she got furious. She stormed out into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder that we'll regret this, that she's getting her water one way or another. We are seriously terrified right now. She's a power beast. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Timmy is in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Ted! Where are you? Timmy's being the big man by himself. We never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. The good news is they've probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is they are huge and will probably attack us when they get a chance. Achievement unlocked. One-way ticket. Uh-huh. We dodged a bullet this time. That is, if a bullet was huge, hairy, had 8 legs, and a glowing head. Hopefully we won't have to deal with them again. Lack of water drove Timmy insane. He opened the shelter door and ran away without looking back. He's not likely to return. Ted has been outside for far too long and still hasn't returned. We fear he isn't coming back. Of all the places we could have perished, this is probably the best one, or maybe not. 10 days in the shelter. Okay. All of us are safe. The knights who say. House call, sleepless in Adamville. Nuclear fallout has gone. The lawyers died of dehydration. Thirst drove Mary Jane away. Swarm. Thirst drove Timmy away. Ted did not return. Damn it, Ted. I was counting on you. Successful expedition, 0 out of 1. I was just waiting for Ted, man. I figured a gas mask would be the most useful thing for him since it was still Fallout. Alright, let's try again. Try playing Dolores this time. Even soup can go to space. Oh, she moves slow, Jesus. Or no, wait, it's just the pre-apocalypse thing. I'm getting the feeling that water is more important.
No.
No!
No.
Come on. Tell me you can't grab that by the handle. Well, we got food for days. Where's all the water? Oh my god, these controls. I don't have time to grab anything else. Not unless I can grab that through the wall. Girl power achievement. Okay. Bad smell. Achievement unlocked 216. Not sure what that is. Got a lot of food, but still lacking water. All of us made it into a shelter just a second before the blast. It was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. When we opened the shelter door, we noticed some of the shelves were already stocked. We can't really say we recall putting all these supplies here, but we're definitely going to put them to use. Seems like playing Dolores is harder because you have to grab the husband and he takes 3 slots. It's like a minor difference, but 60 seconds makes a big difference. Hey, welcome to the stream, El Sassel? Sazzle? El Sassel, am I saying that right? Why the fuck am I the only one streaming 60 seconds? I meant to stream this earlier, but life got busy. I'm streaming it now. How you doing today? Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. This is my first time playing the game, by the way. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best dock shelter we've ever seen. Go. Got a lot more water than last time. Not as many other supplies, though. Good boys, yeah. Oh, here, we'll just go to the ration out everything. Have a strong start on the right foot. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We do hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much worse than this cozy shelter. Who's that supposed to be? That's supposed to be Jane? Mary Jane? Day 2. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. Timmy's on his best behavior, Dolores as well. Ted is fine. Looks like the area is still irradiated. Mary Jane is more than ready to go out and scavenge. Timmy can do it! Timmy can go to the wasteland! Alright, Timmy. There's one person we truly miss, it's our great Uncle Terry. He used to tell brilliant stories about turtles, elephants, and wizards. It would be so reassuring to hear one of these stories again, yet we don't even have a photo of him, just memories. Planning to get your own game? How much is that one? 10 bucks? You mean, 60 seconds? Let me check real quick. It's 9 bucks. Well, the original 60 seconds is, hang on. There's 60 seconds, and then there's 60 seconds re-atomized, which is like a slightly better version, I guess. I'm playing the original right now. The original 60 seconds is, the original 60 seconds is $9, and re-atomized is $10. There's also 60 parsecs, which is $15, but there's a bundle for getting re-atomized in parsecs for $20. You can look it up on Steam, you'll see it. So far, I'm enjoying the game. Should you buy the re-atomized one? I don't know. I haven't touched the re-atomized one. I like to play the original before I try to touch any remasters. Now, this is the original right now that I'm playing right now. Like I said, first time playing, so I'm not sure. And so we are left with no options, no news, and no happy thoughts. The world is too cruel. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so. Timmy seems okay. Dolores is fine. Ted says there's no need to worry about him, he's okay. Somebody is having a Jotaro moment. They've got stands that are blocking the bullets from shooting themselves. But I guess in this perspective, we're not a stand user, so we can't see it. Either that or the bullets are just bouncing right off the head. Look at that. Ration out supplies, water. Let's stick with water for now. Alright, Timmy. You're the man, Timmy. Let's arm Timmy with let's arm Timmy with bug spray. Timmy versus the Wastelands with a can of bug spray. He'll be fine. Don't go out first several days, you think? This is my third attempt. On the first attempt, I died before I even got to the shelter. I'm like extremely early into the game. I died of dehydration on the second attempt. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. Got a can of bug spray. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Ted is not complaining today. Hard to keep track of time down here. We can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. These terrible light bulbs are not helping. Too bad we can't replace them. Getting a bad vibe about this run. Oh boy, Ted. Ted's having issues. Alright, and Mary Jane is not looking so good. Dolores is Dolores. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were. And there are other problems we will need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away, or save us from radiation sickness. Mary Jane is really tired. Dolores is doing quite well. Okay. Ted has gone crazy. Yeah, I see that. Never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. Oh boy. I don't have the bug spray! Come back to us, Timmy. Oh boy. Got a mutant cockroach. I love that face. I love Ted's face. Oh my, that thing is huge! And there goes another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. We already feel all dirty. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Ted isn't acting normally. Sometimes his behavior is pretty disturbing. Should probably get you. Yeah, just give everyone. He's crazy, man. You're absolutely right. He's crazy, man. We could have sworn that huge puddle of water wasn't there earlier. And there goes another one. Oh, damn it. We're getting flooded. Let's grab some of our supplies before they start floating. Well, Ted's already crazy, so, Oh, you know what? I just realized I need to... When you go out on expeditions, you need to bring the map. Okay. Let's see if we can get another expedition in, if Timmy doesn't die. Which I think he is dead. I feel like he would have come back by now. The red X. Last time I looked at the map, the red X was up here on the second run. What does that mean when the... Oh! Oh! Oh, you mark it. What does that do? Okay. That's interesting. I'm not sure it actually does anything. It could just be cosmetic. Well, I was lucky. The shelter filled with water pretty rapidly, and we were certain we were going to drown. With our heads barely above the water, we weren't even able to hatch an escape. Before we could start considering the worst, the water level started to drop. Mark the place you want to go to? I'm not sure where any of the places are, though. It's not like labeled or anything. Like, I can mark like the center of town right here. Yeah, like to explore. It's probably what it's for, but I'll have to experiment with that, see if that changes anything. Like if I mark the same place twice, if I go to the same place twice. So for now, I'll just mark the center of town. Before we could start considering the worst, the water level started to drop. Save for the mess we need to deal with. Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Ted is fine. I think Timmy's dead. Poor Timmy. Alright. Okay. It's high time we started wondering what's going on and started asking questions, or at least listen to some reasonable answers. How about tuning to a radio station and learning a thing or two about the Brave New World? I didn't grab a radio. Rest in peace. But you know what? We have little friends. We've got little friends. We got Mary Jane, we got Ted, we got Dolores, and we got little Timmy right here. Yeah, that's Timmy. What, Timmy looks different? It looks a lot more like a sock now? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They say ignorance is bliss. See? Just don't worry about it. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Mary Jane's feeling safe, Dolores is calm. Ted this morning. No new... Ah, I thought that was a period right there. I thought the sentence was just, no new problems are troubling. Ted this fine morning, like two separate sentences. I'll just let the game decide for me. Alright. Alright, we always thought that life could be much better. That was before we got nuked. Now we think life could be much better. In a way, not that much has changed. Running out of resources, send another guy. Oh, wait, no. Timmy's back. Right as you say that, speak of the devil. And he brought back the bug spray. Brought back water. Hey, he brought back a radio. Nice. Nicely done, Timmy. I thought Timmy was dead. What we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. We brought back some strange-looking people to our doorstep. They claim to be wizards and were willing to trade useful supplies in exchange for a few weird trinkets. After hearing them out, we decided to look around our shelters for the items they wanted. They were really ecstatic about purchasing a pair of old socks. Ah yes, the famous puppeteer socks. They are wizards after all, they can make them really talk. A pair of old socks has been lying in the corner for some time, living in their own life. The wizards got them in exchange for a few bottles of water. One of them placed the socks on her ears and started to dance. See, Ted's onto something here. Look at this guy, he knows. He knows! He's already got the sock puppet hand, he knows what's up. Let's see. Timmy is hungry and tired. Mary Jane's tired. Ted. They really wanted to sell us their radio. They claimed it was evil and whispers about the return of the Dark Lord. We gave them a bottle cap. Alright, Fallout. Mary Jane says he's fine, doesn't need anything. Timmy should eat something, Timmy's really tired. Dolores is fine. Ted tries to hide it, but he's obvious that he has a lot of issues. He often has lengthy conversations with his sock puppet. Oh, wait, we don't actually have any food for Timmy. We're not certain about the situation on the surface. A trip could be risky, but we could really use the supplies. Mary Jane should regain her strength before going out. Dolores might be fit enough to scavenge the outside. Ted is vigorous or crazy enough to withstand the hazards of the wasteland. Alright, let's do this. Use the bug spray. Achievement unlocked. I will survive 10 days. Oh. Ooh. Oh, you going to bed soon, Assassin? Alright. You have a good night. Thanks for dropping by. Always fun to talk. You have a wonderful weekend, too. Let's see here. We've defeated the insidious roaches and driven them away. Their nests are ours. That should teach them a lesson. Mary Jane is rested. Timmy should eat something. Timmy isn't feeling very well. I'll probably stream this game some more tomorrow as well, if you're still here. What time is it? It is just 40 minutes past midnight, so I guess I'll be streaming some more of this later today, rather. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Ted is fine. Alright. Oh, I don't have first aid, so I can't use that. We don't have any food. Let's see. I got the mark. I got the map mark. Let's just try going to this little bit right here. I'm not sure if this changes anything, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, Timmy. Imagine being Mary Jane right now. You're just in a shelter by yourself with Ted and the other little Timmy. Hunger drove Timmy insane. When he realized he wouldn't be able to provide for him, he snuck out and never returned. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. We're running low here. Alert! There's a gang of firefighters outside, or at least they are dressed like ones. They've been banging on our door, ordering us to surrender all of our supplies. They claim they will drive us out with fire if we don't comply. Guess the definition of a firefighter has somewhat changed recently. How do we oppose them? I guess with the lock, the only thing we have. It's all up to Mary Jane, because Ted's gone insane. Oh. Well. Alright. Guess Mary Jane's a bird now. We didn't think that a small padlock would stop them, but it turned out to be enough to discourage the unknown attackers. It seemed that they gave this whole break-in a fair shot, but ultimately gave up and left. Too bad that padlock is in no shape to be used again. We need to think of other ways to fight off the bandits and other soup-hungry barbarians. Mary Jane went nuts. Ted isn't acting normally. Sometimes his behavior is pretty disturbing. Surviving down here is no walk in the park. It won't get easier. We're hopeful this will blow over soon and life will be back to what it used to be, or else we might face dangers we never dreamed of. Day 13. It's easy to feel a bit down when living underground like this. No sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try and bring some cheerfulness into our lives. Mary Jane isn't mentally stable. She seems to have lost the ability to reason normally. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble, nothing new. No supplies. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens, we even pay our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time when we... never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our eyes and ears open for any sign from them. Use the radio. Hear knocking. We made contact. The military is out there, they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. Just need to wait for further instructions to keep our radio in working area. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Ted is fine. I do not have any food. Knock knock. The sound always surprises and confuses us. It can be anything, good or bad, but we're always curious. Should we open the door? 2 knocks. Try it. Are we dead? Oh my god. Hungry, crazy, and tired. Oh my... You do not look good. Tattered map. I can't mark the map anymore. Thirsty, hungry, crazy. Thirsty, hungry, hurt, deranged. Hungry, crazy, tired. Jesus Christ. And Timmy's gone. Someone started shooting at us. We closed the hatches as quickly as we could, but a shot or two grazed us. What Ted did today was really absurd. During dinner, he suddenly jumped out of his seat and started boxing the gas mask hanging on the wall. He appeared to trade insults throwing blows with the inanimate object. Apparently he had mistaken the mask for a bloodthirsty stranger intent on stealing our cans. Although we were very impressed with his right hook and his eagerness to defend our family, violence is not really his style. Also, the mask is completely destroyed. Ted really showed it who's boss. We're glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Our expedition went directly to visit the primary school. Not for education, of course. Oh no. We were desperate for supplies, and the school was our best chance of getting them. Everyone adored their lunch later. She was almost 80 and everything she touched tasted great and smelled of tomato. Now we know her secret. Tomato soup cans. The biology class had an aquarium. I thought it said an aneurysm at first. The fish had died since no one fed them, but the aquarium water could still be drinkable. There was enough for a few bottles. PE teacher was a World War II veteran. He kept some of his war trophies and memorabilia in the office at school. This included grenades, a bazooka, and a fully functional gas mask. How about that? Ted destroys a gas mask, Dolores gets a gas mask. Alright. The local scout team had its own room in the school basement. We found it filled with boxes and boxes of scout handbooks. Maybe they were preparing for the apocalypse. Anyway, we just took one. Our map really took a beating during that expedition. It's nearly unusable now. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Yeah. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores' sanity is questionable. Dolores is really tired. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Where's water when Ted needs it? Ted seems to be losing it. Either we do something or this bunker will drive him completely insane. Ted was hurt! Alright, give everybody everything. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop, yet here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be the public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go answer it? Not sure if I should send Ted or Dolores. Will it bring him back to sanity? I love Ted's face. Okay, well, he's still alive. That's a good sign. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as a survivor from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Ugh. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Ted is hungry. Ted seems to be losing it. Hungry, hungry. Deranged. It's not just crazy now, it's deranged. Oh my god, the blood on the map. Even the sock puppet is hurt. Everybody's hungry, so it doesn't really matter who we eat, I guess. Despite his need for a nap, Ted could try his best on the surface. Mary Jane is feeling so-so. Is that enough for an expedition? We stumbled across the remains of abandoned shantytowns. Someone or something tore it down. Incidentally, amidst the rubble, we found a cat licking its paws nonchalantly, surrounded by blood and dismembered limbs. Okay. As we made our way back to the shelter, the cat followed. We could now hear its paws impatiently scratching our hatch. Did we let it inside? Let's get a friend. Well, she's probably gonna kill us. The cat's out of the bag. The achievement. Oh! Does that bring us back to sanity? Sherikov? Oh, that's awesome. That's an awesome name, Sherikov. Oh, the fan's out. Look at that. Oh, no, it's not. I love that name. I missed the sock puppet though. Sock puppet was MVP. We got Mary Jane, Ted. When we opened the hatch, the cat jumped in and marched around the whole shelter, sniffing all of us, every wall, corner, and every soup can, and a piece of furniture. Finally, it picked a quiet place, sat down, and let out a deep sigh before taking a 12-hour nap. Its collar has Sherikov etched into it. What kind of name is that? It's an awesome name. Mary Jane is no longer crazy. Dolores has not eaten for a while and is sane again. Ted is hungry but is no longer crazy. Let the game decide. Let's see. Ted's still hungry and hurt, but Mary Jane is fit. Well, comparatively, anyway. The cat moves around, that's awesome. Mary Jane went outside, let's hope she hurries back soon. Dolores has not eaten for a while. This morning has been calm for Ted and he's doing well. Don't have any supplies though. Everything would be fine if it wasn't for Dolores. She doesn't seem well. She used to be so energetic and happy. Now she just sits there and sulks. We should do something about it. Read her the Boy Scout handbook. Don't destroy it with your greasy fingers. Dolores, a book seemed like a good idea, but she was too tired and too sad to read anything. We hope she gets better soon. Dolores would love to eat something. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though this world has gone to a crappy place. Don't have anything to give. What was that? Did the radio static just stop for a moment? Let's try tuning in on that signal. Day 20, survivalist. Oh. The cat's not looking well now. Nothing and nothing and nothing. We could hear nothing but the annoying static. Better luck next time. Dolores will eat something. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Ed should drink something soon. Come on, Jane. For an isolated fallout shelter, we sure have a lot of disturbances. Something has been making a lot of noise since dawn and we couldn't sleep. It seems to be coming from under the floor, and coincidentally, we found a manhole that we could use to go down and check what's going on. Don't kill us, cat. Dehydration, hungry, tired, fatigued. Dehydration, hungry, tired, sick, hurt. Got first aid. Nice. We found treasure down there. Pills, bottles, and other medical supplies were stacked on a few shelves below in a narrow room. Just enough to stock our first aid kit. Good for us. We didn't find the source of the noise. Ted seems to have developed an allergy to our furry guest. He's been coughing and sneezing all night long. We should try giving him some medication. Dolores is pretty fatigued. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave. He needs to get a drink right now. Ted became infected with something. Sherikov is still a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on the collar. It seems to be a metal plate with an address on it. It's not far. Should we take a quick trip and see what's there? This is a bad idea. Oh, she's back. Yes, food and water. Hungry, tired, fatigued. Dehydration, hungry, dehydration, starvation, tired, fatigued. Jesus. We grabbed her new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the waste, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras, and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they'd been looking for it. Apparently it belongs to a dear old man who loves it dearly. Before we could utter a word, they took Sherikov, thanked us, and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. Not like that. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. We believe that the expedition to a wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. We ran into airdrop crates during our expedition. We should probably be thankful for President Fonda for organizing drops for the survivors, provided he's still the one in charge. Getting a country nuked during your term doesn't sound like a good thing to put on your resume. A food drop. That's what we needed. What did they drop this time? Bread, cheese, meat, chocolate? No. They made us soup cans. Hooray. Someone forgot to fill the water crate with something to soften the fall. As a result, most of the bottles were shattered. Luckily, a few of them survived. That should be enough to keep us going for a bit. Mary Jane is hungry, fatigued, and tired. Okay, we definitely need to give them both that. What about you? You're hungry, tired, and fatigued. I should give you food. Look at that dot dot dot. There's so many expeditions to make. Open in the name of freedom, came a shout from outside the door. We weren't sure who seemed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it as a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduces themselves like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? No. We made it to day 23. We stayed silent until the group on the other side of the door went away. They didn't show up afterwards, so we figured it was a wise thing to do. Let's just hope they don't come back in greater numbers. Let's just give everybody food. But nobody's thirsty. Ah. Let's try sticking it out a day, actually. See how that works out. Cherikov's back. What? To our surprise, we found Sherikov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates? Our kind hearts? Optimism? Or just our stockpile of soup cans? You mean the soup cans that we don't have? Only time will tell. Mary Jane's eye could use a little food. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane's been asking about it all day. Dolores needs to eat. Ted is fine. See. Hungry, tired, fatigued. Thirsty, hungry, tired, fatigued. Shine your boots and hoist the flag. The army is on the radio again. They're telling us to get a flashlight ready to signal their aircraft. They'll be flying over our area later this evening. If they see our light, they'll know where to look for us. Sherikov. Everything was going as planned, but then the flashlight stopped working. We were lucky to get it fixed just in time to hear the distant roar of the plane's engines. I'm pretty sure the pilot saw us. Let's see if they get back to us. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores has rested. Finally. That seems to be doing alright. Let's see. Hungry. Hungry and tired. I only have water. Let's see. Ted's fine. Ted is perfect. see what he can get done with the book. Oh man, this is bad. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Dolores has not eaten for a while. I would give you food and water if I had any. A loud crash, a surprise shriek, and a bit of debris falling from our ceiling. Truly a recipe for a good start to the day. As it turns out, Shirikoff found a new toy, a bit of an innocuous wiring that it ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the cable's for, but our lights are still on, so it can't be that important, right? Should we take the wire away from our fluffy friend and investigate it? Probably. Day 27. Oh, somebody's knocking. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned-out truck with two surprised gentlemen inside, surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening in on us on our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Yeah, a roadside picnic only 27 days after, a nuke? Sure. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here. The car had no wheels, but where is Timmy? He's dead. Or gone, whatever. It's always better when things are calm. Mary Jane is fine, Dolores has not eaten for a while. The agents who are spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? It's a bad idea. That's a bad idea, 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 that's a bad idea. Let's do it. 28. They briefly wanted to have some sort of ID cards in it. They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our face and told us they're on a top secret government mission. The wiretap wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat. It's suspected of being a Soviet agent. They're willing to let us into a super top secret government safe house if we help them out with some of their top secret missions. They assured us they'd contact us again with more details. Come on. The last thing we expected to hear while sitting in the fallout shelter was a trumpet. It was played by someone who was clearly not a trumpet player. Probably never heard a trumpet player in his entire life. He came with a friend who knocked on the door and demanded that we let the merrymen enter. They could take from the rich and give to the poor. I think we're pretty poor right now. 29. Hey, we got first aid. That's something. So we had those weird people over and they were more than kind. They gave us a first aid kit and we spent a lovely afternoon together dancing and singing. I need food and water. Got medicine, we need food and water. Day 30. I love Shirikoff. Okay. I think Dolores is dead. I don't have any food, cat. They're dead. Who's that? Is that a smash invitation? If it's hungry, it can just go outside and hunt some mutant rodents or insects. We just can't allow the cat to eat a whole can of soup. They looked angry, but there's no retaliation, not yet anyway. We found the door locked. We tried to get in. We knocked. We yelled. We heard nothing back. Someone or something is inside our home and it ain't our home anymore. Time to move on. When Mary Jane found out she is not getting a single drop of water, she got furious. She stormed out into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder that we'll regret this and that she's getting our water one way or another. Dolores died of dehydration. 32 days. Family ties. Back to school. Beast for the beast. Okay. 32 days. You were driven away. Okay. 32 days. I think that's a good start. I'm gonna play one more, but I'm gonna look at the other options here. Randomly selected supplies. That's interesting. Let's just go with a little boy run this time. And then we'll switch over to, Death Road to Canada. My frames stopped dropping. Please. Come on, stream. Why does my internet just do this sometimes, I wonder? Where it just starts dropping frames for no discernible reason. That was a UFO. Saw that. There we go, I think we're good now. Okay, let's see here. A little boy. You got a fire axe in the door, that's a good sign. Gonna start with this. What is that? Monica? I barely even saw that. Oh, right. Mary Jane takes 3. Come on, grab it faster, man. Grab the fire axe and go. Okay, Astro Citizen. I don't know what this is about. Is that like another game? Is that for 60 parsecs? Super! Achievement unlocked. Pretty well stocked. You got a lot of food, look at that. Oh right, easy mode, so it's already pretty stocked too. Almost made it into a shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. Remember hearing canned soup to help it for you. We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we're not complaining. We probably should have stocked it better anyway. Look at what we found in the suitcase we grabbed upstairs. Good thing we didn't unpack our holiday luggage. Where were you going on holiday that you need first aid and a gas mask? Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, sleep in cans. Plenty of water. Yeah, we got stuff to spare. In fact, let's put the water away for a moment. Quiet after the storm, or the other way around. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Jimmy is very brave. Dolores is fine. No trouble, nothing new. Let's wait. This is terrible. We can't sleep. We've been having problems with sleeping ever since we got down here, but now it's worse than ever. Yeah, sleep's important. A knock on day 3? Okay. No trouble, nothing new. As we're about to start our book club discussion on the only book we've all read, the phone book, we were interrupted by a rapid knocking at our door. We found out it was a group of refugees who survived the blast just like we did. They were doing much worse than us and begged us to provide them with any water, food, and medical supplies we could spare. Here we got a little bit of food to spare. Let's try that. Phone call. Our visitors were in tears when we gave them what they asked for. We survived the nuclear puppies only being nearly strangled by thankful refugees. Hugs can kill, you know. Luckily for us, they decided to continue their journey to go somewhere safe before the sunset. As they were about to leave, one of them presented us with a portable radio. They would not take no for an answer and soon left, saying goodbye until they all disappeared amongst the rubble. Alright. Ring ring! There we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again when suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. Figured it's the phone booth across the street. Should someone go to answer it? Send out, Dolores. We got to the phone booth without any unexpected surprises and answered the phone quickly. We were so excited to hear a voice on the other end of the line. Excited, that is, until we realized it was a pre-recorded sales message for canned tomato soup. Okay. Even in the post-apocalyptic, you have teleprompters. Or no. Robocalls, whatever. Telecommunicator, something like that. Telemarketer, that's the word I'm looking for. Tell a story about how you can't remember the word telemarketer. Alright. We have a suitcase and a gas mask. Send Ted out, because he seems in good condition. I act out scenes from our favorite movies to amuse ourselves, at least for a moment. For some reason, every time we picked a new scene, we ended up with the one from a Humphrey Bogart film. No news is good news. Get the suitcase. Gas mask. Send Ted out with a rifle and some ammo and a gas mask. Everybody has to drink sometime. Make sure they all get water. Is she even thirsty? Oh, she's fine. Dog? decided to check what's coming for us with our flashlight. Guess what? It was a dog. The poor thing seemed tired, so we let it stay with us for the night. Next morning, we opened the door to let it out. It still hasn't returned. Hopefully, it will come back later. Mary Jane says fine, doesn't need anything. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best out of the situation. He even seems cheerful. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay that way. Let the game decide for me. Alright, add food and water. Hopefully Ted comes back soon. I can't tell if there's like a specific amount of time. I'm gonna mark the same place on the map roughly. Excuse me. No supplies to ration. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought that the Reds could ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out here who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Open up your ears, boy. We knew it. The government has not fallen. They're coming to save us. They didn't give us the accusation of their radio transmission, but they were sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they will be in touch in a couple of days and told us to await further instructions. Getting something to drink from Mary Jane sounds like the right idea. No news is good news, and nothing new going on with Timmy. We have a situation on our hands. There's a group approaching our shelter, and they don't seem like the occasional friendly scavengers you run into. Not at all. They look like they're out of blood, or cans, probably cans. Excuse me. This is a terrible time for humanity if canned soup is enough to turn us into monsters. Anyway, we need to defend ourselves. We got a fire axe. Ted's back. Starvation. Ooh. And he didn't bring back any food. I think you're dead, Ted. Some action was enough to send those cowards running. Bet your ass they'll be back. Vermin like that are never long gone. They crawl out of shadows when the night comes. Let's keep our axe sharp. We lost a gas mask. Nearby zoo we used to visit on weekends. We're happy to report that it was a productive supply run as well as an educational trip. We saw a pair of dactyl whales, chimpanzees, a porcupine, a small army of cat roaches, and other majestic creatures that have emerged among the post-nuclear fauna. A friendly-looking Crabdoptimus lazily observed the sea life section from a distance. In its den, we found the body of a zoo worker with some of his possessions laying around. Running away from humongous Taranturaptors, we made our escape through the zoo souvenir shop. Most of it was torn to shreds by the bomb, but a few useful things were still laying around. During the trip, we lit a fire to warm up a bit. It wasn't long before we had a few bandits standing next to our fireplace, demanding that we give them all our supplies. In a sudden rush of adrenaline, we decided to toss a few bullets into the fire. What followed was a barrage that sent those bastards running with their pants on fire. In their haste, they even forgot a few of their belongings. The gas mask was damaged. Okay. Day 12. We're able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news. The fallout outside is mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Jane's fine. Timmy's fine. Dolores is fine. Ted is weak. Ted is gonna die. Guarantee it. Just let the game decide. Alright, why don't you bring the map? Don't need the gas mask anymore. map. Honestly, that just seems like a good bet. It's a gun and rifle ammo. If you can get both of them together, you're good. Day 13. We don't have any food or water, so I hope she comes back soon. Yeah, Ted's gonna die. Oh, Ted. Sorry, my man. Our dog friend is back. We raced to open the door, but not considering it might have been a mutated beast, but Luck smiled at us. The furry fellow seemed really tired and hungry. He's gonna die overnight. That's sad. I'm betting money on that. The last thing we were going to do is feed strays when you have barely enough to keep ourselves alive. None of us are very happy about it, but that's how it is. I don't have anything. Timmy has just been sitting there, just staring into space. Something wrong? Maybe it would be a good idea to have a little chat with him. Don't go crazy on me, Timmy. Even a word or two may be enough to brighten someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now. Oh, come on. Dolores! Keep dreaming. Check marks. $16. Oh, okay. Instant decomposure. Better get some food today or else. This game is dead. This is an easy difficulty and I'm doing worse. Come on, Dolores, come back today. No! She ran. Timmy scrawled on the wall. Timmy! A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just one can of soup, we get the bag and all of its contents. Aw, man. Can we give him that can of soup? The empty one in the background? She's back and Timmy's gone. Fantastic. And she's crazy, which I'm not surprised. She left and came back and saw her family's just gone, and Ted is dead. Brought back a padlock, though. Lack of water drove Timmy insane. He opened the shelter door and ran away without looking back. He's not likely to return. Our grandparents always told us never to buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk is in that bag. Ugh. Can't talk. There's so much reading. Local bank. Looks like the bank was robbed just before the blast. The vault was cracked open with saws hidden in teddy bears. Who does that? See why they wanted to rob it so badly. The place was filled with tomato soup cans. In a bank? How did it end up here? Maybe the mail had it delivered to a bank instead of a food bank? 4 cans of food. Nice. Especially since that's like 16 days worth of food for Dolores by herself here. Found a shopping bag on the floor next to the counters. It contained a couple of rotten bananas, hand cream, a pair of bunny slippers, which you didn't grab, and bottled water. Padlock. Keep it. Someone found the remains of a bandit shantytown. Someone or something tore it down. The cat's back. Is it the same cat? Sharakov, it's the same cat. And Dolores is back to sanity. We were able to receive another message from the government. The military is preparing a rescue mission. They want all survivors to head to a specific location in the area, then leave a sign that someone is still alive and kicking nearby. The problem is they provided us geographical coordinates, but we need a map to find out where we're supposed to be headed. Otherwise, it's just complete gobbledygook. Knocking. And she's crazy again. Quick glance at the map gave us all the information we required. We left them a message in a bottle. Come on. Group of doctors knocked on our door. Don't have any water. Phone call. What is this scam? They're not even real doctors. Nowhere are giving these crooks anything. Dolores has not eaten for a while. She's been eating every day, man. Come on, Dolores. You can make it, Dolores. Please. Get that phone call. Hill Valley. Now we only have food. Come on. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. While playing in the shelter, Sharakov stumbled upon a small wooden box that was hidden behind some loose bricks. It contained some useless memorabilia and a can of old bug spray. Dolores, how are you still tired? Use the med kit. No, don't take the trip. Not this time. Cat belongs to us now. It's our new dear friend and a valuable addition to our bunker. Managed to use it as a pillow for a whole 10 seconds yesterday before it almost scratched our eyes out. Clearly it's very fond of us. It's staying and that's final. Okay, well. I have to let her go. I have to let Dolores go outside to try and get some water. My best chance, really. Oh, I can't even send her out now. Okay, we're gonna die unless someone knocks on the door and gives us water. Drink the cat's blood. It's just like right in your face. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Nothing else in the page. Just... You're gonna die. Come on, Dolores. Why are you so tired? Take some sleeping pills. Please drop water. Please. Damn it. But there's still a cat. Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in one of those nasty little holes. 27 days. Oof. Man. take me a while to get a victory in this game, I think. It just, like, pummels you. Alright. What is this, anyway? Oh, credits? Yeah. Pictures. Average survival time, 20 days. Stay alive in your shelter for 40 days. Beat the Fallout Shelter survival record, Conrad style. Collect 10 soup cans from your house. Collect 10 water bottles from your house. 216. What does that mean? Danger zone. Break or use everything possible in your shelter. All thumbs, break or use something in your Fallout shelter. Cuckoo's Nest. Turn your Fallout shelter into a madhouse. UFO again. Gotta get them all. Scavenge each item at least once. Fallout drill. This is the end. It's all over. Rescue time. Get rescued by a military. Bug hunters. Show those mutant roaches who's in charge. One-way ticket. Die in your Fallout shelter. Friend in need. Find a new friend. Friend. Family Guy. Tora, Tora, Tora. Ora, ora, ora. Ram 1,337 obstacles in your house. Leet. Lumber sexual. Trim Ted's beard the trendy way. I'm guessing that's with a fire axe. New species. Mutant. Duck and cover. Survival is overrated. Stay to see the fireworks. Miracle. Listen to the voices from beyond. New order. Meet the local law enforcement. Unplugged. Ram a toilet. That should be easy. Enola Gay. What? Win a game in every mode on the little boy difficulty. Manhattan Project, Batman difficulty, Cesar Obama, Dead Hand. Yes, man. Always say yes and win. Fair exchange. Perform 30 successful trades. Hello, plane. The dark side. Show your evil self. Liberation. Rescue someone from bandits. A gift. Receive a gift. Naysayer. Always say no and win. What goes around, give and get back. No stone unturned. Fully explore your shelter. Unbreakable. Defeat bandit attacks in one game. 3 bandit attacks. Defend yourself without a weapon. Be prepared. Don't forget your stocky shelter. A New Hope. Alley with other wastelanders. Pro gamer. In apocalypse mode, grab only what a real gamer needs. Hey, welcome to the stream, TTX Exiden. You're the only one broadcasting this game, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Someone else said that earlier. Mad Hatter put on a stylish hat. Holidays, complete the holiday challenge. Challenger, complete 1 challenge. Come on. How many are these? Cat lady, learn to serve and obey the new masters. Feline domination. Look at me. I'm the captain, meow. Soup can into space. Raining black. Raining cats and dogs. Enigma. Disco Roach. Disco Roach. Just say Disco Roach. Alright, where's that spinning cockroach gif? Welcome to the stream. I want to say Hexiden? Is that how you say it? Dawkins residence. DD's apartment. Not alone. If you play it, they will come. Okay. I was about to switch games, but if you're here, I'll play one more. So we'll just go into Fat Man Normal. See if I can get a little bit further. My record on normal difficulty is 32 days right now. How are you doing today? Alright, let's see. Timmy over here, guns over there. Survival handbook.
Cool! Looking cool, Joker!
Thanks for following, Hexadon. Really appreciate it. Hexadon, that's how you say it? Yeah, nice. I like that. Give me a moment to focus here. I only got 60 seconds. As the game name says. Gonna need a radio. Take a flashlight. Come on, let's hurry, 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 hurry. On Dolores. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Chair! Ah, damn it. Door stuck. Door stuck. Remember people... Yeah, you remember watching people play this a while ago? Achievement unlocked. Be prepared. Yeah. I think I'm prepared, alright. Yeah, it was just Timmy. Ah, man. I haven't seen much gameplay of this game. This is my first time playing the game. Let's try again. I need to figure out what the best stuff to grab is. The radio seems essential. And the briefcase is pretty useful too. Timmy. Gas mask. Not a lot of time to prepare, so let's grab all this food right away. Oh, there's a radio. Make sure to grab that. Come on, come on. The map, water, checkers, any other water. Oh, there's playing cards. Let's try and get more water. There's bug spray. I'm not gonna have a lot of people here. Let's get the suitcase. Damn it. Oh, man. I would have liked to grab more family members, but let's just see how this plays out. So it's just me and... what was it, Mary Jane? Timmy was on the other side of the house. I don't think I got him. Hey, welcome to the stream, Metal Knight 1. 60 seconds, haven't seen this in a while. Yeah, I'm playing the game for the first time. How you two doing today? At least the two of us made it. If we only had a smaller house and less slippery floors. Vaguely remember stashing some things in the shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. I think we grabbed that suitcase. Soup case. Nice. There's a soup in the suitcase, so a soup case. Alright.
Looking cool, Joe.
Hey, thanks for following, Bartek Rai. Welcome to the stream. Everybody doing fine? That's cool. Getting a lot of people all of a sudden. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Alright, difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. I do hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might find a place much worse than this cozy shelter. A little cat and a mouse. Doing fine, Metal Knight. That's good. I am doing pretty well. Being stuck in a tiny shelter would make anyone a bit apathetic. We need to stay calm and await rescue. Even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Alright. I'm starting to get the idea that going into a wasteland right away is not a good idea. Especially if you only have 2 people in the family right now. None of us can sleep properly. Saucer men from Mars? Let's see. bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were, and there are other problems we need to face soon. Mary Jane is really tired. Much going on. No trouble, nothing new. What's up with Mary Jane? Oh, she's just tired. Alright, Ted. Stay awake for another day. Well, I mean, get some sleep, but don't be tired tomorrow so I can send you out. Alright, he's good. It was too dangerous to go out there without any protection, so we decided to stay indoors and listen to the radio. The static is so relaxing. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. No new problems or troubling Ted this fine morning. Big risk to your health. I'm wondering if I should. Started a fire and it's already spreading. What do we want to save from the flames? Definitely the radio. Even if I had the other two, I would still pick the radio. Day 5. Fire! That was close. Yeah, Mary Jane and Ted are going to become master chess players. Checkers. Yeah. I've been reading this stuff out loud for like the past 2 hours, so my mouth is getting a little dry. We were able to put out the fire and nothing seems to be damaged, at least not very badly. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again. We might need to call the firemen. Are there even any firemen left? Is there anything new bothering Mary Jane? This morning has been calm for Ted and he's doing well. After this game, I'm going to be streaming some Death Road to Canada. You know what you should have done as an achievement in this? Oh, whoa. You know what they should have done as an achievement in this, so how about if you had just escaped just by yourself without going insane, you get an achievement called the Lone Wanderer. The Lone Wanderer. I like that. There's a lot of Fallout references in this game so far. I've seen like the Brahmin be like sketched over here. And a trade for the bottle cap. I'm gonna chance it and try to go one more day before sending an expedition. We can barely breathe in this damn shelter. For the last couple hours, the situation has been getting noticeably worse. I imagine it would if it smells like smoke after a fire. There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck? If that's the case, we need to look into fixing this right away. I do not think a can of bug spray is gonna help. Unless there's bugs in there. In fact, I think that might make it worse. It's a ventilation system, you're just gonna spread a bug spray all over the place, but let's see what it actually does. Gonna put in knockout gas. It'd be like the jewel store heist. We decided to spray the hell out of that vent just to be on the safe side. Turned out it was the right thing to do. A couple of mutated insects fell out, followed by a gust of fresh air. Mary Jane seemed fine today. Ted's okay. Alright, let's try. Let's try sending Ted a week out. Keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup, they're in our water. We swear some of them keep coming back and they're bigger every time we see them. We can't go on like this. It's time to wage war on these spiders. I just used a bug spray. Aw, man. Whoa. Ted, you look like you're balding there. Okay. Decided that we could get rid of those spiders with our bare hands, feet, and whatever body parts we could use for lethal anti-spider attacks. Fortunately, we underestimated their chances. They're really fast. All we achieved was getting tired. Maybe we'll have more luck next time. Okay. And now I can't send Ted because he's tired. Damn it, Ted. Oh well. Phone call. Is Ted fine now? No, he's still tired. Mary Jane's tired, I can tell by that sprite. Thought that phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. Alright, Ted. Go out there, Ted. Answer that phone call. There's a guy here kind of goes nuts. We answer the phone to continue introduce survivors from nearby town of Hill Valley. I've received a call from Hill Valley like 3 times. Nothing ever happens. Ted says there's no need to worry about him, he's okay. Hopefully Ted gets some sleep and I can send him. I definitely listen to the radio. Keep your eyes and ears open. Hey, Morse code. I was letting that play out for anyone who wants to try to translate that. Because I don't know Morse code. They didn't give us exact dates in their radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they will be in touch in a couple of days and told us to wait further instructions. Mary Jane is fine, Ted is fine. And a lot of food and water, we're already at day 10. And I still can't send Ted out. Come on, Ted, get some sleep. Take that fire axe and hit yourself over the head with it. Knock yourself out, get some sleep that way. Hit yourself with the wide side of it, not the blade, obviously. Oh man, come on. The first one was picking the game. We decided to have the fun today and pick a game or two. First one is picking the game we were going to play. This took us most of the day and we still haven't made up our minds. Well, at least you passed the time. I feel like boredom is your worst enemy. We played Truth or Dare, but it turned out we only kept asking questions and the most common was, are we going to eat anything besides tomato soup? We decided that's enough games for now. Mary Jane's fine, Ted's fine. Come on. Can't do anything. When we opened the bunker door this morning to let in some fresh radioactive air, we discovered a small suitcase on our doorstep. There was no note on it, and the neighborhood seemed empty. Should we take a look inside? That Morse code roughly translated to your mom gay. Alright. Alright, so what was in the suitcase? Innocent looking bottle of water. We took a sip. We thought we either got lucky, but it was all a lie. Either that water was irradiated or some kind of biological weapon. It made us all feel pretty sick. Ted got sick. Don't have first aid. I don't know what to do. They can't send anybody to the surface, so I'm gonna run out of supplies and just starve or dehydrate to death. It's always better when things are calm. Cat is still sick. All I can do is just make sure they're, like, fed and not thirsty. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. All I can do is keep him hydrated and fed, man. That's all I can do. Oh, what's this? A woman came by with a creature she claims is a camel, provided that camels have 5 legs. Are you sure that 5th one's a leg? The animal is carrying a pack of goods for trade. 1 water in exchange for checkerboards. 4 water in exchange for a radio, if we have a radio already. 2 water in exchange for first aid. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, we already have a radio. Pour water. I was reading this the wrong way around, okay. I mean, I guess I can just try to keep them hydrated. At this point, it's not going to make much difference if they're insane. Sick and tired. Somebody's knocking. We exchanged goods with the trader and she went her way. Before she left, she insisted that we should listen to a radio broadcast if we ever want to get out of this shelter and find a safer place to be. She was trying to take the radio for herself. She offered 4 water for it. Right? Almost out of food here. Well, we are out of food, actually. Come on, Mary Jane or Ted, get some sleep. Get healthy. A group of people dressed in green pajamas. Knocking on a hatch is not something that we anticipated, yet this is exactly what happened. Furthermore, they insisted they are merry men and wish to take from the rich and give to the poor. We're pretty poor, so maybe we can make some new friends? I don't know. I'm richer than I was the last time this happened. I got a lot of, like, non-food supplies, but I'm gonna starve to death. Oh, first aid! Exactly what we need. Exactly! So we had those weird people over, and they were more than kind. Gave us a first aid kit, spent a lovely afternoon together, dancing and singing. Alright, take that. Don't have any food left. We should definitely be able to send Ted out now. Knocking. Who's knocking? Ted has recovered from his sickness. This morning we were surprised to find a letter on our doorstep. It was not signed and it contained a location and a time for a meeting tonight and a few sentences. It said things like, "We're friendly, come unarmed, send 1 person." We have no idea who could have sent that, but we're guessing this is our chance to find out. Are we sending someone? This run's probably dead anyway, so let's figure out what this is. Day 19. It's true! It's all true! They really are others just like us. We arrived at the Red Navaz, unarmed and on time, and we were greeted by a friendly-looking group of survivors. Being led by twins, a brother and a sister, who seemed to be friendly enough. They asked some questions and promised to stay in touch. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter. Okay. Yes, finally, please. We were able to receive another message from the government. Military is preparing a rescue mission. Okay. Gobbledygook. We have a map, let's use it. Day 20. Come on, Ted, don't be tired. We left them a message in a bottle. And that's all of our water. Finally, I can send somebody. What a pain. Alright, so let's see what I have here. I have a fire axe, a map, and a radio. Send him with the fire axe and a map. Mary Jane is probably gonna die. Oh, man. Come on, Mary Jane, stick it out. Come on, drink the little bit of water that's out of that bottle. Drink the peroxide. Superman, Dad. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into a government emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news! The fallout outside is mostly gone. Okay, so Ted should be fine upside then. Topside. It's always better when things are calm. Mary Jane's fine. Probably gonna be thirsty and hungry the next day, though. Okay. What we make up today will be out tomorrow, so let's make it right. Yep, she needs a drink. Where did that green puddle come from? Oh dear, a pipe is leaking green goo. That's not good. That's not good at all. We need to act now and no one packed them up. What do we do? Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. That's about all you can do. Pour that peroxide on it. There's still a little bit left in that bottle. I see that. We couldn't figure it out, so we just assumed that's what a regular pipe would do in an event of a nuclear apocalypse and decided to ignore it. We've been feeling a bit funny today, though. Probably no connection to the pipe. None whatsoever. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing. Mary Jane keeps fainting. About that lake we've been going to for the past few years. It would be so good to find ourselves there, far away from all this madness. Swim a little, maybe take a boat ride, even if the whole place turned into Adamville. Be speeding downhill. Day 25. Hey, she actually looks pretty good. She's no longer tired. Dehydrated and hungry, but she's no longer tired from the looks of it. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. You know, unless you're starving. Mary Jane is rested. There's never a good time to go out in a radioactive wasteland, but it seems this will become a necessity. A necessity in this new world of ours. We thought it would be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later and planned a trip outside. Before we could make the third step beyond the shelter, an unknown creature started growling at us in the darkness. We only had moments to decide what to do. Your actions are to die. Rest in peace. Who is that guy, anyway? Need a mailman? Got a messenger bag and a letter. Yeah, just a little bit of a Smash invitation. Ted for Smash. DLC Challenger Pack 5. In other circumstances, we might have risked battling a beast in the darkness, but for some reason we felt that was not to our liking. So we screamed and screamed with terror. The creature was probably more afraid of us than we were of it. It left in a hurry. We don't remember leaving a collection of skulls hanging on the remains of our white fence, but it didn't seem that suspicious. We got a bit worried when someone started shooting at us. We realized something is profoundly wrong when a band of half-naked, crazed raiders jumped out of the ruins and chased us away. Tough luck. When Mary Jane found out she was not getting a single drop of water, she got furious. Stormed out into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder. Alright, 27 days. Man. That's rough. Driven away. I'm usually getting like around 25 days so far. What did that bump my average up to? Final Smash is just Ted hiding under the stage and a nuclear bomb goes off. Yeah! Yeah, average survival time 21 days. I got 27 days, yeah. Alright. Should I keep going with this game or switch over to Death Road to Canada? It's another survival type game, although a bit more action involved. I can do either or at this point. Let me look at the challenges here. Whoa. Ed's Army Soup Hot. Pumpkin Spice Soup, Trappers Delight, Lone Loaf, Siberian Wasteland. Mr. Roboto. Wonder what some of this is. Rocket Science number 2 is before Rocket Science number 1. Okay. That's interesting. Can I keep watching this? Alright, I'll do one more run here and then I'll switch over to Death Road to Canada. Alright. Let's just go ahead and stick normal difficulty here. 60 seconds is an overall relaxing game to me. Yeah, probably except for the first 60 seconds. It's a fun game. Alright, suitcase is right there. All that food and water right there. Let's see. Alright, I know what I'm doing. Ew! Come on. It's got a handle. What, are you carrying the suitcase with both arms? Use the handle. Alright, this is a bad start. Out of the way. Oh, I don't like this at all. Who is that guy? That guy's handsome. That little picture. Alright, come on, Timmy. Sorry, Mary Jane. That didn't feel like a good run, but whatever. We'll roll with it. Ugh. I need a drink myself. Believe it or not, talking out loud for 2 hours and 20 minutes wears out the vocal cords. That's better. Alright, almost all of us made it to the shelter. Almost. All we can do now is start thinking of creative ways to serve our canned soup. We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we're not complaining. Probably should have stocked it better anyways. Okay, we got a rifle. Nice. What's in the suitcase? A map? Nice. I don't know if marking the map does anything, but... Shelves are full of cans. Plenty of water. And we got Jotaro again. Cool. Jotaro shooting himself in the head and catching the bullets. Ah, yes. Lying on this floor. Relaxing days. Knocking on day 2. Timmy might not look good. He's doing fine. Anything you report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Ed's okay. Who the hell's knocking on day 2, though? One of them was making the sound of a galloping horse using a pair of rocks, Monty Python, and hitting them against each other, while his companion was pretending to ride said horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to seek some magical cup, only they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked permission to take a quick look at our map to determine their whereabouts. Hey, you can look at our map. Can't take it. Like how when 60 Seconds first came out, is every person playing it was like, oh shit, I gotta save my family, let's not worry about food. Yeah. I didn't watch many other people play this, but I knew about the game. I like to save the first time experience. So, we were way too impressed with their medieval outfits to decline, so we showed them our map and pointed at the location of our shelter. They quickly found their bearings and rewarded our kindness with a set of checkers. Swiftly ran off. We hope they're fine what they're looking for, the golden chalice. Timmy's okay. Dolores is fine. Ed's fine. And Jane is, quote, fine, unquote. Don't worry about it. It's hard to keep track of down here. I just try to grab, like, whatever seems like the most useful right in front of me. I kind of just improvise. Our first aid kit was well stocked with a variety of medical supplies, including a pack of sleeping pills. We never thought we'd use them, but yep. Down the entire thing of sleeping pills. Right? Everybody's fine. Let's skip the water for now. The part they didn't tell you in the journal is that they left a limbless Black Knight outside the blast door, somehow still alive. Yeah! How about you? I need to watch that again. 'Tis a flesh wound. Alright. Being stuck in such a tiny shelter would make anyone a bit apathetic. Timmy's a strong young boy, he's doing fine. Dolores is fine, Ted's fine. Alright. Let's wait at least a week before we send someone out. We're a regular family, so we have the occasional argument or two, but it was never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other. Let's just hope this won't last too long. Now we'll prepare an expedition. Enough arguing. No news is good news. Dolores is fine. Ted's fine. Alright. It's really weird and you get the feeling that something is watching you. Our shelter is tiny, but this has been bugging us for a while now. We checked all the closets and no one is hiding there. Is there something alive down here? Besides us? Maybe a rodent of some kind? If so, we need to show that we are the dominant species in this little paradise of ours. Yeah, let's use the gun on the rodent. Tis but a scratch. Scratch, look, you bloody bastard, you got no arms left. Yes, I have, look. Tis but a flesh wound. Ah, my stream's dropping frames. Why is he doing that? Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in one of those nasty little holes. He's a strong young boy, he's doing fine. Dolores is fine, Ted is fine. Alright. Do you want to send out Dolores, or... Trying to start rationing this a little bit. We have the suitcase, let's make sure we use that. Use the gas mask. Don't need that. And fire axe. You should be good with just that. There's Ted with the fire axe, I guess, right there in that corner. Why is my stream dropping frames? I'm gonna wait a little bit for my stream to go back to normal here. So you don't miss anything. Alright, we good? No? Come on. There we go. I think we're good now. Sorry about that with the dropping frames. I'm not sure why that happens sometimes. And it's doing it again. Why does my game do that? Or my stream setup, rather. Because I know it looks awful when it starts dropping frames like that. Let me check what the stream actually looks like right now. Move the mouse around so I can see it on the stream. It's all good? Yeah, but still. I like to make sure that it's actually moving smoothly. Alright. Got the food. Wait, anybody thirsty? I don't think they are. Yeah, we're good. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Oh, shoot. I didn't grab a radio. I just realized I didn't grab a radio. That's basically a death sentence. Alright. Found some weird mushroom growing on one of the walls. Food shortage is no laughing matter, so maybe it would be a good idea to grab a mushroom bite or two. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Those were delicious. Our only concern is that they were glowing in the dark, and now we are too, for that matter. Don't worry about it. You can see in the dark now. Don't worry about it. If the power ever goes out, you'll be able to see what you're grabbing. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should give him some water. Yep, there's the water kick. Playing a game or two might be a good way to relieve the mood and take our minds off the problems of today and tomorrow. Playing games is good for you. Alright, come on, Ted, where you at? Make sure they're fed. We're either going crazy or this entire shelter is crawling with old insects. Or worse. It's worse! They're spiders! And not some miniature ones, but huge, furry, and very creepy beasts. We got to do something about them. Bug spray. There's one thing that can drive spiders away and stop us climbing up the furniture. It's the bug killing spray. This is the right time to unleash this deadly weapon, and the results were excellent. We eradicated 404 of those little bastards. Jesus fucking Christ. 404 spiders. We even found a water bottle stashed in the corner. It was a good day. I hope you didn't spray the shit out of that water bottle while you were at it. Nothing like some good old fresh water with the aftertaste of bug spray. Alright. Everybody's good? I want cake! Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out and leave? Walk the surface like we used to, smell the fumes and pollution? Ah! That's the scent of freedom we miss. Hey, Ted's back. And he's tired. And hungry. You know, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Silent Wasteland has at least... The Silent Wasteland had at least one resident who managed quite well. It was a proud-looking monkey. We had no idea where it came from. The zoo, maybe? It seemed very friendly. After getting a few pats on the back and playing fetch, it started following us. While we explored one of the streets, our monkey companion ran away, only to come back moments later carrying a can of food. He couldn't open it himself, but he was happy to share it with us. At one point during our expedition, the monkey started making weird sounds and digging in front of us with a stick. Quick investigation revealed a few bottles of water. Don't even try to open them. Why is the bottle of water buried? What is that, like the new way to water your plants? Is just put a bottle of water on the ground? Same couldn't be said about those bottle of booze lying next to them. Really like that suitcase. Ah, the suitcase is gone. Timmy is fine. Dolores is fine. Ted is hungry and tired. We need to get a radio. Decided to peek outside the store for just a minute to see if the store around the corner is still standing. We were about to step out, we heard a growl in the darkness and a pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. Shoot! Shotgun! A quick shot with a rifle was more than enough to scare away or maybe bring down whatever creature stalked us in the darkness. We never saw it again. Timmy's fine. Dolores is fine. Ted's hungry. Make sure he's fed. We'll skip the rest for now. Alright, Timmy. Good, Timmy. Can you do it? Wait, did I even give him the any of the items? don't think I did. Whoops. Ted's hungry. And let's make sure everybody's hydrated, actually. Dolores can probably go another day without it. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away from as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. And I need a radio. That is why I sent Timmy out. 16. There's one thing we need to do is use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcast that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or strolling around the outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Oh, I don't have a radio. Alright. Out of water. We have a situation on our hands! If there is a group approaching our shelter and they don't seem like the occasional friendly scavengers you run into. Not at all. They look like they're out for blood. Or cans. Probably cans. This is a terrible time for humanity if canned soup is enough to turn us into monsters. Shotgun! Ted's tired. How? How did you break the rifle that bad? Jesus, look at that. I mean, like, sure, if the gun, like, malfunctions, the front can, like, blow out like that, I suppose. But what happened to the back? You bash somebody's face in? It must be some fragile wood. Not surprising that a few shots were enough to send those cowards running. The question is, what happens if the rifle malfunctions or we use all of our ammo? We do hope it won't come to that, otherwise we might need to defend ourselves using knives and forks. Or, you know, a fire axe. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Nothing new going on with Ted. And that's all the food we got. Play a game, they said. It will be fun, they said. Never mentioned picking one would be so much trouble. Come down to the coast. It'll be fun. Timmy's back. What is he? He is hungry and tired. Ted is thirsty and tired. Dolores is fine. Hide and seek. Longest round we were able to play lasted for around 10 seconds. That was only because the lights went out for a moment. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. He didn't get a radio, though. Boy Scout handbook, that'll help. Our expedition went directly to visit the primary school. Not for education, of course, oh no. We were desperate for supplies and the school was our best chance of getting them. She was almost 80 and everything tasted great. Tomato soup. Okay. Right, Timmy is very hungry. Timmy is really tired. We'll just give them these two. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop. Yet here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be the public phone booth on the other side of the street. Alright, Timmy, you think you're up for one more? Day 19. This is where everything starts to crumble a little bit. Right around the day 20 mark. When we entered the phone, we could clearly hear gasp. Hill Valley survivors again. Dolores is in pretty good shape. Remains of a bandit shantytown. The cat keeps coming back. Is the cat supposed to show up this often? Sherikov. I've had the cat show up on like every run. When we opened the hatch, the cat jumped in and marched around the whole shelter. Sherikov. Timmy is very hungry. Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be in this tiny shelter. Alright, give everybody water. See. With the fire axe, I guess. So the map might We get some food and water from the Boy Scout handbook? I'm not sure. Probably works better with Timmy anyway, but I don't know. Whoa, you're not looking too good, buddy. Tired, fatigued, hungry and tired, and the cat. Timmy should eat something. Oh man. Never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. Let the cat take care of it. The good news is they probably scared off any rats in the area. Bad news is they are huge and will probably attack us when they get a chance. Was it a red roach? We underestimated the value of a cat in this environment. We thought we had a cockroach infestation on our hands, but Sharikov took care of it while we were asleep. Hey, what do you know? Was it reminded of its hunting days before the bombs dropped? Was it mesmerized by the roach's glow? Or does it just have an undeniable thirst for fresh cockroach blood? We'll never know why, but we're grateful that we don't have to deal with the insects ourselves any longer. Timmy is probably gonna starve to death here. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. Good idea to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. Sure. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Bang on the wall with Morse code with your fire axe. That'll work. Thirsty, tired, fatigued. Thirsty, hungry, tired. If there's one thing we need to do is use a radio on a regular basis. They're not doing good. They're not doing good. Our supplies are scarce and our morale is low. You can only smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors nearby. Mostly old folks from the retirement home. It shouldn't be too hard to borrow some of their supplies. They're old anyway when they need them more, right? Alright, Ted. The dark side. Achievement unlocked. Hey, we got water. Ah, yes. Bloody handprint. Don't worry about it. We have a cat. That's more important than the lives of innocent old men. Don't worry about it. We had to do this for the family. It had to be done. We really don't want to mention it again. How about we talk about something else? Soup, perhaps? While playing in the shelter, Sharikov small wooden box. Isn't there a dog you can find named Pancakes? This would be the first I'm hearing of it. Sharikov sure can take care of itself, but we can't help but wonder how much of a self-made cat it is. It's just so happens we found his address on his collar. I'll try this again. Grabbed our new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the waste, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras, and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they've been looking for it. Apparently it belonged to their dear old Nan, who loves it dearly. Before we could utter a word, they took Sharikov, thanked us, and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. Timmy should eat something. Ted is hungry. Come on, Dolores. Bring some food. I don't think I had water for them before. Let's see what happens. Hello. Little funny man right there. Just don't worry about the blood handprint. A bottle of relatively clean water is the closest we'll ever get to hydrogen peroxide. The guests were grateful anyway. Timmy should eat something. Ted is hungry. Okay. Come on. Come on, Dolores. Yes! Dolores is back. Day 27. And she didn't bring back any food. So Ted and Timmy are gonna die. Dolores, please. Alright. But you know what? At least we have Sherikov. Hey, you're hungry too, Dolores. Actually, yeah, I think you can. You can also take the dog with you whenever you send somebody out, and I'm pretty sure it gives you a higher chance of getting supplies. I'll have to try and get pancakes when I see him, then. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. We are surprised we found Sherikov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Dolores is back. Might sound paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again. Probably the Sherikov thing. The two gentlemen, the men in black. We were about to give up and come back empty-handed to the shelter when we ran into a church. It looked peaceful enough, save for an unexploded atomic bomb. Stuck in the church tower. Is that a Fallout reference? Church of the Atom, Fallout 3? It has to be. A sizable group of people were busy praying to the bomb, chanting something about the Holy Fission. It sounded really crazy, but those people seemed friendly enough. Cultists decided they won't be needing any holy water. We did a bit of miracle work and turned empty wine bottles into quite full water bottles. I should play Fallout 3 on this stream sometime. One of the beds in the surviving church quarters was filled with quite a few treasures, namely a flashlight and a collection of books about evolution. We took the flashlight. Timmy's diet needs food. Is today or never? Timmy fell sick. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores is pretty fatigued and really tired. Ted is hungry. You have cyan snot coming out of your nose. Yeah, I think you can get him if you answer the door after there are scratches heard outside the shelter. Like the same thing for the cat. We need food. What in the hell are those sounds? Are they coming from the goddamn walls? They're driving us crazy. Is something crawling in the air vents? Relax. Take a deep breath. We should probably calm down before we start tearing them down. Maybe try something relaxing for a bit. Play some checkers. I love checkers. Where'd Timmy go? Sherikov, did you eat him? Hunger drove Timmy insane. When we realized we won't be able to provide for him, he snuck out and never returned. Having some fun made us forget about... What was it again? Did Timmy run out the door while we were playing? Nah, not possible. Dolores barely has any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she will not last until morning. Ted is hungry. Okay. Grab the fire axe. Dolores is gonna die. Day 32. There she goes. Oh my god. I guess never mind going to the surface, huh? He's hungry, he's crazy, he's tired, he's fatigued. But you know what? At least he's got a friend. He's got two friends. Dolores bravely faced hunger. However, eating is a habit that is hard to shake off. She couldn't shake it anymore. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. You barely left. A little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. A few days before the blast, Timmy got into a fight with a kid named Ethan and beat him with a stick. We were supposed to visit Ethan's parents and talk about the incident, but we were a bit busy back then. But now we have all the time in the world, and although it looks like our friends aren't home, we still decided to pay them a visit. We were invited, after all. Behind the remains of their counter, we found some bottled water. It's not our favorite brand, but it will have to do. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted has gone crazy. Ted is really tired. And he's gonna die. Because we don't have food. May as well prepare an expedition. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens. I think at this point you should just start saying, I'm a good citizen. Singular. We've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time. Yep. Probably gonna go after this. You're tired? That's alright. Just sleep like Shirokov up here. If there's one thing we need to do is use a radio on a regular basis. If only we had a radio. Yep. Can't do anything. Cat meowed. Oh, you are not looking good, buddy. You got 5 statuses. Starvation, sick, crazy, tired, fatigued. Even your sock has pink eye. Man. This is rough. Oh. Even the sock is sick. Look at that. He's drooling. Alright. So long, sailor. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Shirokov found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Blasted debris fell out on our table, topped it off with a big meowing furball. What is this thing anyway? Nobody remembers it being there before. The cat might get angry if we take away the wire, so maybe it's best to leave it be. Or should we examine that wire? It's all I can do. Don't kill me, cat. Who's knocking? We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned-out truck with 2 surprised gentlemen inside. Come on. The car had no wheels. Who's knocking? The agents who are spying on us are now at the door and want them to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Please give me food, sirs. Alright. Briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our faces and told us they're on a top-secret government mission. The wiretap wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat. It's suspected of being a Soviet agent. They're willing to let us into their super top-secret government safe house where we help them with some of their top-secret mission. They assured us they'd contact us again with more details. Yeah, you gonna contact me now? Okay. There are only so many days a man can survive without food. Ted was strong, but it was too much for him. He starved to death. Surviving the apocalypse was no easy task, we can tell you that much. 36 days. Not bad. All of us are okay, but not Mary Jane. The knights who say, sleepless and out of him, that's how. Spider-Men. Oh man. We didn't find Jesus. Oh man. Perished. No victory today. Got a whole bunch of successful expeditions though. Alright. That's gonna do it for me on this game for right now. I'll be switching over to Death Road to Canada. Kind of a similar game, but there's a bit more action to it. Okay, just changing the stream status here. There we go. So I'm gonna cut the stream real quick and I'll start it back up. The Metal Knight 1. You have yourself a good night if you're going to sleep. So I'm gonna cut the stream real quick. I'll be right back, play some music, and then we'll be back with Death Road to Canada. And don't worry about that image. Whoops. I don't want to play that song again. How about this one? I'll be right back.